I just figured if I went to a therapist, if I'm like, okay, I'm clairvoyant and I'm talking to my spirit guides and I'm like, they're like, oh, this girl is schizophrenic. Let's put her in a mental institution. Hey y'all, what's up? Happy Vlogmas Day 8. This part of the vlog is going to be sit down. It might be the entire vlog depending on how long I decide to chat. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about my anxiety and open up a bit because I'm so open about everything except for that for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like mental things are so vulnerable. And I talked to my life coach about it. I talked to Paulina about it. But besides that, and our like group chat of all my little girlies and her divinity, we talk about it. And I'm open with people, I guess, that get it, that I know for sure get it. But I feel like I need that safety to be able to talk about it first. But I'm a leader here, you know. If we're being honest, that's what this is. That's what I am. That's what I'm trying to be. That's what I'm trying to embody. And if I don't be the first one to speak up about it, you guys, I will never know if you guys are going through the same thing. So I wanted to kind of put myself on blast, not in a bad way, but that's kind of what it feels like sometimes with like my titles and stuff and just all my business is out there, and that causes even more anxiety, but we'll get into that. I'm just learning how to deal with it and deal with being in the public eye. And I think that's a huge reason why I go back and forth with YouTube, and I will not post for a month. I haven't not posted for that long in a while, but I'm saying in the past, like I would be very consistent and then I would drop off the face of the earth. It's just because it gets so overwhelming to have your business out there, but at the same time I am such an open person about certain things. And I feel like that's why I'm here. I feel like this vessel of mine in this life is all about service and how can I help you, and I want to be some sort of a muse to you. I want to be a role model. I want you to look at me and think, oh, she can do it, so can I, you know? So I have to be able to share my struggles so you guys can relate to me, you know? Because if I'm just out here complaining about my exes, I'm just out here like, yes, that's relatable, and not that I complain about them, but I feel like that's how it looks sometimes. But of course, I want to talk about that stuff, of course, and of course that's relatable. But at the same time, that's not everything, you know, that's not everything I'm going through. So yeah, let's talk about my anxiety. I mentioned in yesterday's vlog at the very end that I had panic attacks yesterday, and that's true. I guess I can tell you like the situation. My dog has been, Bentley has been, I just say my dog because I'm like, I don't know if you guys like know if I just call him Bentley, but Bentley has been having some teeth issues, and when he eats he kind of like whimpers sometimes and stuff like that. So that's the initial thought that's been in my head, just keep that in mind. So yesterday, and he's been to the vet a couple times in the past 2 weeks, which is way more than what he has been the entire time that I've had him. So it's just been kind of stressful, and I feel like a parent, and I feel like, ugh, like I need to save him, and I also have like control issues. So when something is not in my control, I kind of freak out. So keep that in mind. That is kind of what started triggering my anxiety. So yesterday, I don't know, he was just acting weird, and I was really like reading into everything. You get very like hyper focused about things, at least I do with anxiety, and I get a lot of paranoia, which is so vulnerable to say because I feel crazy. And I think this is a huge reason I used to smoke weed so much too, because I would have anxiety like going to bed, and I didn't put it in a box of like, oh, this is anxiety. I was just like, oh, this happens. Like, for some reason, I just can't stop thinking at night, you know, like and I definitely have been diagnosed by a therapist with depression, general depression and general anxiety. But I kind of was like, fuck that. Like, no, you're wrong, bitch. Like, I was like, I don't know. I was in high school when I went to like a real therapist. Now I work with life coaches and stuff like that, mentors, like on the more spiritual side, just because they understand what I'm going through. And it's so different when you're tapped in versus when you're not, you know? So, I just kind of, the psychology part of it is so interesting to me, but at the same time, I'm like, if I talk about certain things with you, like with a regular therapist, I don't think you're gonna know what I'm talking about. So that's why I choose to work with life coaches and things like that, because they've already learned through their experience, and I really resonate with Paulina, and that's my life coach at the moment, Paulina Baragova. You can follow her on Instagram. I love her. I post her on my stories so often. I love her. But yeah, so I just figured if I went to a therapist, if I'm like, okay, I'm clairvoyant and I'm talking to my spirit guides and I'm like, they're like, oh, this girl is schizophrenic, let's put her in a mental institution. That's how I felt. So I work with people that I know get it, because I am like, holy shit, like I feel so weird, I feel so different. And I think that makes me have more anxiety, is being super sensitive. And last night, like after my panic attacks, or kind of like during, it was kind of like phasing out, I texted Paulina. I was like, dude, I'm having so much anxiety. I had 3 panic attacks today. What do I do? And like explained to her like what I was thinking, and she's like, girl, take a day in nature, take a day by yourself. She was like, intuitively that's what I feel like you need, and just come back to you. And she said that the reason that happens sometimes is because the outside energy is so much that when you're so sensitive, it's hard to handle it. And things kind of come out of nowhere sometimes, it seems, but it's really just the energy. And the energy is so much around me that I'm responding to that, and I'm like, holy crap. And then everything just like spirals and spirals and spirals. It's like I'll have one thought and it's like, oh God, is he okay? Is he breathing correctly? I'm talking about Bentley, going back, jumping back. I'll be like, is he breathing correctly? Is he okay? Or he'll make like a weird noise. He's a Chihuahua. He has the backwards sneezing thing. So he goes like a lot. And for like a minute solid, and I start getting like, oh my God, like, can he breathe? Like, is he okay? Does he need to go to the emergency vet? Is he okay? And that's what was happening last night. And I just couldn't let go of it. But it just makes a lot of sense that I would be having anxiety, because I've been under a lot of stress that was put on myself by me. But I just been having a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, and YouTube causes a lot of anxiety for me, but just my thoughts surrounding it. Not the platform in general, not you guys. It's just like the things that I think about this platform. Like when I go to post a video, like I had 2 videos this week that I was like, holy shit, or 3 videos this week where I was like, holy shit, I thought about it for the entire day, and I was like, what are people gonna say? What are people gonna say about this? Like, what are people gonna think? And I just go down the rabbit hole. And yes, it's so easy to say, just don't care what people think, but it's not that easy, you know? I'm definitely working through it, but it's a process, and it's gonna be a process, you know? But yeah, so that, I've been under stress with that, and I think it just keeps the ball rolling. I haven't given myself an opportunity to sit the fuck down and just be with myself and not be around anyone. I also live with my mom, so it's difficult to be by myself, you know? If I want an entire day by myself, I would have to go book an Airbnb, you know? If I wanted no human interaction, nothing, I would have to go somewhere. And it's like, that's not always an option. That's not always something that I want to do. And in the past, I would go down to Sedona for a day just by myself, because the drive there, clarity, I'm in the car for 2 hours just thinking and getting clarity, and then you get there and I sit in nature and there's people there, but you're around people that are energetically in the same, you know. And then on the drive back, more clarity and more realizations, because the energy in Sedona is incredible. And it's like one of the most high vibrational places on the planet. So your energy really changes when you go there. So in the past, I would do that. I've done that so many times being here, and it helps every single time. But I don't have a car now. So it's like, oh my gosh, do I want to go through Ubering there for $40, Ubering back for probably $60 because it'll be later. And then also like just being dropped off somewhere in Sedona and me having to walk everywhere, or just Uber back, you know, like I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to figure out how to get away while also being here. So I'm gonna try to spend some time in nature. I've been really called to do that, but I think I've been ignoring it because it's so cold outside. Not all the time, but oh my gosh, like I'm just not a fan. But that's an excuse, you know. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I've been having lots and lots of anxiety. That rhymed. But yeah, I've just been feeling overwhelmed. I've just been feeling like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. And especially with like trying to grow my platforms and overthinking that and like looking at my analytics over and over and over. And like I need to chill out. I put so much pressure on myself also. So it's like I have this pressure bomb on me and it's just gonna bust one day, you know. And I feel like last night was it kind of busting. But I mean, of course it's gonna bust if constantly all day, every day, I'm like, like it's just, it won't stop, you know? And I meditate twice a day, but it's like, meditation is not gonna fix the fact that I'm actively interacting with these thoughts on a daily basis. I have to figure out how to not interact with them and just accept them and just improve them, I guess. But yeah, I've also been going with the hard on myself thing. I just feel like I do nothing all day, even though I do a lot. It takes a lot to post on YouTube every day. And I was watching Morgan Adams' VLOGMAS, and she was saying like, oh my gosh, like I'm so nervous. It's so much work to post on YouTube every single day. And that kind of like clicked in my head. It was like, oh, I have been posting on YouTube every single day for a while. Like maybe I do need a break, you know? And not a break from posting, but like I need to be less hard on myself, because it's like I am doing something. Just because I have that conditioning of like, oh, I'm not working a real job, so I'm not doing anything. But it's like, this is a real job. Like YouTube is my job, OnlyFans is my job. I don't go to a 9-to-5. I don't do anything like that. So it's like, I have to figure out how to not be in work mode all the time, because I think that is really what's the problem. I'm just stressed because I'm constantly working, you know, but I didn't really see it as working because I love it. I enjoy doing it. But if we're being honest, I'm constantly working every single day, and I will get used to it, you know, but I think I just need to schedule times where it's like, do not look at your phone during this time. Do not reply to DMs. Do not do anything. Do not check your analytics. Just get in the bathtub and shut the heck up. Like, just shut up. Just sit there and just deal with it, you know? It's so hard for me to just sit. Like I feel like I have to be doing, but that burns me out. And it's like, I want to vlog every day. I enjoy it. I feel so much passion when I'm posting on YouTube every day. It makes me creative, you know, but it's just, I need to find the balance, because I put it all in and then give myself nothing, Or vice versa, when I don't post as much on YouTube, I go all in on me and put nothing into YouTube, you know? Like, I will just have self-care for 3 weeks straight. And it's like, oh, like, you don't need to do that. You need to find a balance in your everyday life. I keep getting the judgment card in tarot. Is that the one? With the scales. I don't think it's judgment. Justice, I'm sorry. But the justice card with the scales and with the balancing, that resonates so hard with me. And I keep seeing 222 all the time. And I don't know, I really am learning to find a balance. I just got chills. My guides are like, yep, you really do need to find a balance, girl. Thank you guys. I definitely need to find a balance. So I've been working on that. I'm trying to be like, okay, past 8 p.m., don't do anything. Past 8 p.m., journal your little heart out, take yourself a bath, go on a walk, put your phone away. Don't look until you wake up in the morning. And then also when I wake up in the morning, I'm trying not to wake up because, oh my gosh, I will literally, okay, this is me sleeping. Here's a reenactment. Here's me sleeping. And then my alarm goes off. I'm like, and then I don't get off my phone. I do not get off my phone for an hour. And that puts so much, oh my gosh, that's the worst day. That's the worst time of the day to do that. That is the worst time of the day to do that. Because you're in the theta state. Theta, whatever. And your brain is easily like malleable at that time. So at that time, I should be listening to affirmations. I should be sticking to myself, you know, I should be programming, doing a meditation, something. But I wake up immediately, go to my phone and go scroll. And then I start getting headaches and I get overstimulated. And it's like just a cycle of every day. And then I'm hard on myself and I'm like, if I try to even take a break, I'm like, the other day I wanted Filibertos to eat Filibertos. If you guys are not in Arizona, I don't know if it's like an everywhere thing. I didn't have it in Oklahoma, but we have it in Arizona. Mexican food, so good. so good. But it's quite like fatty and it's eating out, you know. I try to not do that. But the other day I wanted Filibertos and I had this mental battle in my head for 5 hours. And I just ended up not going. And then the next day I ended up going because I could not stop thinking about it. But if I wasn't just so hard on myself, I could have gotten it the first day, been so satisfied and not had that mental battle in my head about it, you know? I just pick and choose random things that don't matter. Like, going to Filibertos 1 day a week is not going to ruin my progress. It's not going to throw me off balance. The thing that will throw me off balance is not letting myself do things, cutting myself off from everything, and just being like, you have to work. Because that's what my brain freaking tells me. So it's like I am going back and forth between my brain and my heart, and I just want to find a balance. But yeah. That's how I've been feeling. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog for the rest of the day. This feels like a good place to be like done talking right now. I may go grocery shopping today, maybe not. I probably really should. So I'll probably do that. And then you'll get a grocery haul, but I said that in the last video, so I guess don't keep my word for it. But we'll see. And I will try to vlog, but also I'm going to try to take care of my anxiety today and just be with me and chill out and, you know. So yeah, I will see you later, hopefully. Thank you for listening to this little anxiety talk. Here I am in my mom's trench coat. I'm just taking a relaxing day. Me and Bentley again. Oh, he's my BFF. We're always together. We're going on a walk right now. And it feels so much better already just being outside. It feels so good. My nose ring. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Okay, get back up there. I need to switch it because see, she's back. Oh my gosh. But I think I'm gonna go to the hot tub later. and just eat a bunch of food, bro. Billy? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Huh? Not listening. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're not perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Guys, I'm obsessed. I got Filbertos for the 3rd time this week. Oops.